We are in a very serious time, folks. We've been in this war since 2003. We're going to spend upwards of $1 trillion on this war. We're draining our treasury. We're sending young men and women to die, to be wounded, to come back and not be properly taken care of. And at the same time, we're not paying for the war. We're passing the debt on to our children and grandchildren. I think that's wrong. For the first time in this nation's history, we engaged in a unilateral, go-it-alone, preemptive war, and we didn't pay for it. We see the same thing with our infrastructure. Those of us who lived here all our life know that those who came before us invested in this state. They made it possible for us to achieve the American dream. My father had a 7th grade education. He spoke broken English. I grew up in Como Park. I lived here my entire life. My mother died of breast cancer when I was 12 years old, and I saw how important it was to have health insurance, because without it, she wouldn't have had the care that she had. And I sat and watched her at home die over a long period of time, but knowing that she could always get the care because we had that health insurance. Today, we have 47 million Americans without health insurance, 12 million of which are children. The Senate and the House pass a bill, the President vetoes it. But think of the bill that was vetoed. We're not asking all of us to pay the freight. What we're doing is asking smokers to pay the freight. So we're even unwilling to step up for health care for our children. The debt, $1.33 billion a day. What we want in Washington is leadership. I find that no matter where I go, in every story I hear, and I can tell you hundreds of stories, thousands of stories that I've heard from our fellow Minnesotans. They want leadership. I know what leadership is. I started with our firm when there were 30 lawyers. We built it into an internationally recognized law firm. It puts people to work. They have health insurance. I'm somebody up here who actually pays for health insurance, like I'm sure a lot of you do. Okay? I know what it costs. I know what it is to make a budget. I know what it is to make sure people have good pensions. What we want is leadership in Washington, not people just to go there to get reelected again and again. They don't have a lease on it. They ought to go there and say, this is what we stand for. We're going to have a government that reflects the values of Minnesota and of the people of this nation. That is what we have not had, and that is what we have to do. Thank you very much.